Morning everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're getting the silaging equipment switched back over to normal modes. We're taking the silaging gates off our silage trucks, took the duals off the case loader, and that sort of thing. We're gonna clean the chopper off here shortly. It is supposed to rain today. There's a dark cloud coming in. Would be cool to see some rain again. But right now we're just taking the bolts loose that hold our silage gates in the truck. So every single gate has a bolt, and that makes sure that it stays on when you're dumping. So we got to loosen those off. Dad's grabbing the New Holland wheel loader with some chains, and we're gonna lift them out. You can see it is pretty dirty in here. Just getting blasted with silage all day. It's all gummed up and stuff. It is what it is. That last silage that we made was pretty high moisture. This is the result. Oh well. Well, it's the first one. Well, that's already the last one. Okay, all of our silage gates are off now. These are the brackets that hold them in. We always just tighten these guys down. Nothing too crazy, just enough to make sure that they don't fall out. Just taking a break from those trucks for a bit. Feder, he's feeding cows right now. He's always good at sniping sick animals in the corrals, which is excellent. And he just texted us there's a sick steer in corral 4, so we're gonna grab some medicine. Me and Dad are gonna go tackle this calf down and help him out a bit. Probably not gonna be able to tackle him. Hey! Little bugger. Okay. Just gonna blow the chopper off this morning, clean it up a bit, then we'll drop it off in the shed somewhere. Gotta blow all the dust off and then also clean the inoculant applicator. So we just took the inoculant applicator off the chopper. We always bring it here, rinse it completely off. As you can see, this thing gets dirty over the course of the season. Yep, pretty typical. Standing there cleaning that applicator. Just got an audience. Hey Cheetah, how are you these days? Sweetheart cow. Hey. It's everybody's favorite cow right here. Cheetah. We're now going to winterize the applicator. All these lines have water running through them, so if you leave it over winter and there's a little bit of water left in there, you're gonna break your lines. So we got some RV antifreeze, like winterproof stuff. So we'll pour that through, pump it through the lines, and then she's winterized. Just cleaning out our silage boxes. There's always a bit of build up here. So we got a crowbar, and then I'll broom the inside out after. know if you guys can see all the seagulls, but literally thousands of them. There's flocks and flocks and flocks in the distance right over top of us. They're everywhere. That is because of grasshoppers in our fields. They're just, they're having a feast. It's a good time of year to be a seagull. Look at them all, it's unreal. Well, there you go, 2 clean trucks into grain mode. We also parked the chopper, dropped it off to the Versatile there in the back corner. Brent dropped the pickup header for the combine. He's working with that thing right now, getting it set up for peas. So he dragged the straight cut header out and he's gonna be hooking that up in a bit here. And then of course the Versatile here, detached. Ready to be hooked onto the sprayer, spray the fields if need be. I know we're gonna spray that rye field that we just combined because there's a lot of weeds in there. I think we're gonna plant rye in there again this fall. It's gonna be rye on rye on rye, but if you don't kill the weeds and everything that's growing on the field, it'll start to suck the moisture out. And we do not have moisture to afford that, so gonna have to do some spraying pretty quick here. This afternoon we're gonna be scooping out our sand pack. It's actually a dirt pack now. That was not as successful as the sand. It obviously got muddier quicker than the sand did. So if we ever do that again, we will be putting sand, real sand, back in that sand pack or straw pack. But once we do scoop it out, we're gonna be putting straw back in there. We got a bunch of new straw from that rye, so we're gonna start bedding with straw in the straw pack again. The biggest reason we're going back to straw, Dad thinks that it's really healthy for fresh cows to be able to eat a bit of the straw when you put fresh bedding in there, and I think he's right. So that provides some value to the cows. So that's the biggest reason we're putting the straw back in there. And also, we would like to milk some more cows there. Looks like we're gonna have more and more calving now, so sand is good for maybe 30, maybe 40 cows in the pack, but if you go above that, you gotta be putting bedding in too much and it won't dry out as much as we need it to. So straw is the only option there, I guess. Gonna be using a case loader. Come on ladies, move it or lose it. Come on, mama. Well, since we're gonna take the sand out of there, we don't need this thing in the barn anymore. So he's gonna drop that rotor tiller off. I'm sure he'll clean it. And then we're gonna put the auger on it for combining peas and canola. Well, this is what we're hauling out of there. There's not a lot of manure in here at all. So Dad was like, hey, you know what? We'll just pile it here beside our topsoil pile, and then we can put it in the corrals maybe someday and use it to backfill still. But yeah, super clean, you know? Some people might even say this dirt isn't even that dirty. We got her almost completely cleaned out now. I'm just gonna grab our skid steer with a bucket and we're gonna do the corners and try and clean it up a little bit better. Also, where that small blue tractor was parked, it always tracked in a bunch of mud and it's all standing right there. I definitely can't get at it with the loader. So do a little finer job with the Bobcat. out. We are gonna pressure wash that bucket off, but I first wanna bed up those cows so that they can go back on the straw pack and lay down, because they've been in that alley there standing for a couple hours already. Oh yeah, they're hyper. Well, I think that was fun. It's been a while since I've seen cows go off like that. They seem to really be enjoying that bedding. I was filming with my phone. It's tough to like hold it still when they're jumping like that in front of you. You want to laugh, but anyway, we're gonna go clean that case loader bucket and drop off the net wrap. Looks like we're gearing up to make some bales. We got a heifer in the corral that we got an AI. We tried locking her up this morning after feeding, but she doesn't go in. 1833, so we're gonna take her out, bring her to the shootout back, breed her over there. There she is. It's like one of the most fun things in the world to do when a cow's sleeping, pet her. But we're looking for 2 cows. We got an AI this evening, 2 heifers. Got those 2 heifers in the palpation rail. Just getting everything ready to breed them. Come on, ladies. Hey. The sneaky buggers try and get out of the group again. Oh, those 2 heifers are back in. Tonight, there is a 100% chance we get 10 mils of rain. I look forward to that. We definitely need some moisture in the ground starting like now, so that would be good, although it will stop me from hauling bales tomorrow. We cannot haul bales when it's wet. If you put bales down on wet ground, winter will come around, they'll freeze solid to the ground, and then when you pick them up in the winter with that wheel loader, the bottom is frozen to the ground and it'll rip the bale apart. So we always have to be hauling bales in dry conditions only, putting them down on dry ground. So we'll see what tonight holds for us. If we wake up in the morning with some puddles in the yard, would be nice. Would love to see some rain. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.